So for the past 365 days, I've been living in my apartment and I haven't done a single thing to my room yet. It has been just my bed and no furniture. This video is going to change that, and we're going to learn how to build a loft together and make something really, really cool. So here's the design I came up with the help of all of your comments. I'll tell you more about how I came up with the design a little bit later, but first, thing is, I've been learning how to make furniture and I'm not a pro at it. I'm still like a very much a beginner, so I don't really know exactly what I'm doing, but I'm always just trying to give it a shot. And so you guys have been telling me that I should build a loft for my bed, or like a bed frame, or something to hold my bed. And so I've been trying to figure out like a really cool idea, because my room has like a weird shape to it, and I think I came up with something that I'm really excited about, and hopefully it's stable and it doesn't break when I go to sleep on it. So that's going to be the final test. Will it hold my weight? That would be a big problem if I get on it and it just collapses. So let's get into the design that I came up with. So over the course of the next 2 weeks, I came up with the design you just saw, and also a new design. So we have two designs, and here are the drawings for my first design. First one is more of like hard lines and like very more like structured. The second design is basically the same thing, but this design was more like wavy. And I think I kind of liked I kind of liked this one better because I think it kind of flows better. And so what I did was I put them both on my Instagram story, and I was like, what you guys thought would look the best? And you guys said, what if you combined both of them? So I took that into account. I was gonna redraw them, but I thought, you know what if I could like figure out how to do this like in like a 3D? So when I first thought about like, I'm gonna try and make like a 3D, like something 3D, I was like, I can't do that. And then I like looked up a couple YouTube tutorials, and I was like, wait a second, maybe I can do that. Downloaded the free trial, and 3, 2, 1. Oh, look how cool this is. Like, what? Like, look at this. And this is kind of cool. Like, this is what we're gonna make. It feels like I paid someone to do this. But that was just me. The only problem I'm kind of running into, well, one of the pieces, or two of the pieces actually, are skinny enough, but too long to fit inside my car. But I think I can fit them outside of my car. And so I have some surfboard straps I'm gonna bring, and I'm thinking I'm just gonna like strap them on the top of my car and not go to on the freeway, and just go like really slow when I'm going home. And so to get these two pieces of wood home, that's the plan. They better not fly off. That's what I'm really, that would be a big bummer. So welcome to a day in my life of learning how to build a loft for my room. So this jacket has this line on the back. Check this out. I don't know why I think this is cool, but so then I got these boots. What do we think? Before I go and get the wood for the loft, I'm going to get some coffee, and I'm going to plan out exactly how much wood I'm going to need so I don't mess up. So my original plan was to get all the wood cut at the store and then strap the long pieces on the top of my car. But after planning out all the wood, I realized there was this one giant piece that I needed at least a truck to move. Then I remember you guys saying on my other video that I could rent a truck for 20 bucks.
I'm really hoping you got a truck inside.
So then I got all the wood and then went up to the counter and asked the guy if they had any trucks left. The trucks that they have there aren't normal sized trucks, so now I gotta see if I can get this in my apartment garage. So I texted my friends Joe and Cole, who I plan to get dinner with tonight, and see if they could help me with getting the wood up to my apartment before dinner. The truck ended up being too big to fit in the garage, so now we had to come up with a backup plan and see if we can get the giant plywood sheets into the elevator. So Joe and I grabbed the big sheets, and we lucked out because they ended up fitting perfectly from end to end.
What are you guys doing?
I'm building a loft.
Then the other person in the elevator was super nice and held the door open for us while we started making my way to my apartment. Originally I planned to do this all myself, but I have no clue how I would have been able to carry these giant sheets without their help. This ended up taking a little bit longer than I thought.
We did it.
So I planned to start building after we got back from dinner, but we ended up hanging out for a while, so I ended up getting home super late. Are we gonna go with boots, or are we gonna go with Converse today? So I'm gonna be inside a lot of today, so I thought I'd go with the Converse. So before I start building today, I'm gonna go grab some coffee, because in the mornings I always like to get out of the house to start my day off, because it gives me something to look forward to. So today my plan is to start building the giant bottom stair. So I planned out exactly what I needed to cut when I got home, but the only problem is, don't even know 100% if this is gonna really work, but we're gonna find out. So I grabbed the first piece of wood and cut them out, but then I went to screw them together and I realized I got the wrong screws. Let's go. So then I jumped in the car to grab the right screws, and then on the drive there I thought, I'm gonna make the most of this. And while I'm out right now, I'm gonna also grab some ingredients to learn how to make some homemade pasta tonight for dinner. So after I got the screws, I went and grabbed some flour, eggs, olive oil, tomatoes, mozzarella, and then I also grabbed some more groceries for the week. So when I got home, it was already dinner time, so I'm gonna learn how to make this pasta and then start building after I finish dinner. Oh, wow. That's not bad. I wish you could just come over right now and you can just taste it, you know? It's starting to get late, but I'm on a mission to get something done tonight. So I set out on my mission to finish the stair tonight with the hopes that the measurements I made earlier at the coffee shop were right. Then I finished building part of the stair at midnight and realized building everything is going to take me a lot longer than I thought. So starting off today, maybe like an all denim look today. What do we think? Maybe some boots to go with it. If you can't tell, I kind of like denim. So today my goal is to finish this bottom stair, and I'm not going to go to bed until 2 a.m. if that's what it takes. Welcome back to the kitchen counter where we cut the wood. So I'm going to finish building the stair from last night, and I'm going to get this giant piece of wood up here, and boom, we're going to start cutting, and I'm going to start cutting it up. So first I'm going to cut out this piece right here that will hopefully end up being the curvy piece if everything goes right. Okay, now it's the moment of truth where I'm going to try and make the bendy part. You know the bendy part that is on the stairs? Okay, now we're going to see if this actually is going to work. To my surprise, it actually worked, and so now I'm going to move on to the top piece. All right, the next step, I'm going to cut out this piece of wood that I'm sitting on, and I'm going to make the curvy stair part. And I'm going to use this thing. I don't remember what this thing is called, but we're going to use it. Now it's about time for dinner, and after dinner, I'm going to do something that is a little bit out of my comfort zone. So you're not going to believe what I'm trying tonight. So I've been trying to do things a little bit out of my comfort zone. Bear with me. But this year, one of the goals on my vision board is to help heal my hip injury that I've had for 2 years so that I can snowboard again. So tonight I'm trying a hot yoga workout since I heard it's good for my injury. If I could have filmed myself, you would have been laughing at me because I was struggling. So I just went to go put the frame on the piece that I just cut, and I put it on, and I realized this does not match up perfectly. So then I went and fixed my mistake, and then I added the bendy piece we cut earlier. I don't know what's going on, but it's actually working, and I'm happy. I'm excited. And it's also 12:30 right now. It's 12:30 a.m. It's midnight. So I finished around 2 a.m. and then you said I needed teammates. So today I have a special guest joining me. We're going with a windbreaker today. So these boots right here are Doc Martens. Let's go pick up our special guest. So I jumped in the car and today's special guest is Ruby. So my little sister Ruby and I grabbed some coffee before we started building, and then we jumped in the car to head to the store because
Jacob ran out of screws last night. Now we gotta drive to the store and grab some screws and then head home and build another stair.
So then we drove to the store to get some
screws.
So then Ruby and I headed home to build stair number 2. So I'm gonna show Ruby how to use a saw. What do you think?
I liked it.
Then we drew out the curves for the top piece and then went to cut it in.
3, 2, 1, go! Whoop! The table moved. Whoops! The wood moved. And he's almost done. And he is all done.
And then the unexpected happened. We went to go use my phone. It just isn't turning on anymore.
So we have to figure out what to do.
I was not expecting this. So then I made the stand to hold my iPad so we could film us making the penny part of the stair. And then it was time to test it out. 3, 2, 1.
It's bending. It's bending. He did it.
So I was a little bummed that my phone stopped working, but then I called using Ruby's phone, and then they said they were going to replace it and also upgrade me. So you never know when something bad will turn into something good. Then we started making the frame for the stair and then cleaned up since my brother and mom and dad are coming over to bring us some dinner.
Pizza.
Then after we finished up dinner, my brother Luke told me screw the frame on, and then my mom tested out the stair I made yesterday. And then my family left and I finished up stair number 2. So starting off today, so this jacket with a cool line on the back, it says it's PTT. So I got it secondhand. Isn't that sweet? Some boots. So before I start building today, you know where we're headed. We're going to grab some coffee. And you're not going to believe what happened at the coffee shop. So while he was making the coffee, I heard someone say,
Exactly. Wait, what?
Can I put you guys in the video?
I'm a huge fan.
That made my day. And then after that, I planned out how to build stair number 3 before I headed back home. Then I was about to head home to start building, but then I got a phone call. My mom called to tell me that my dad and my sister just got in a car accident, and so instead of going to build right now, I'm gonna go check on them. What happened to the car?
Well, girl hit us. My avocado toast went flying. Their car spun and went on top of a tree. So when they were pulling us out, the tree popped up.
Are you doing okay?
Just my hip and my head hurts.
Dad, wave. It's getting pretty late, but now I'm headed home to see if I can finish building stair number 3 from earlier. You never know what's gonna happen. You always gotta appreciate every moment. Sometimes life doesn't work out how you want it to, but you just gotta roll with the punches and look at things like the glass is half full. You gotta appreciate life. So then I cut out the top piece of the stair. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish this tonight, but I'm gonna try. Then I finished it all except the bendy piece for the front of the stair, and it was super late. So one of the things in the morning that I love to go and do is just get out of the house and grab coffee because it gets me excited and motivated for the day. So today, before I start building, I need to finish up a few final details to send to my manufacturer for this box concept that I've been working on for over a year now since I'm working on a new vision for my brand. Then I finished that and headed home to start building the plant stand for the loft. So my first step is to build a wood cylinder, but the wood I ordered to hold the top of it together is way thinner than I thought it was going to be. So let's see if this is gonna work. So I screwed it on top and all right, that's not gonna work. So now I have to try something else, but I'm running out of time because my friends Quincy and Zach are on their way to pick me up to go find a plant. I kept messing up, so now I'm gonna have to finish this when I get back tonight.
I'm so excited right now. Am I being interviewed?
I feel like I'm Elvis Presley. Maybe I'm gonna buy you a pink Cadillac.
So then we headed to the first plant store, but they closed early. So then we headed to another one and met the owner, Matt, and I showed him a picture of the style plant I was looking for. So he showed me this one, but it was too big. Then he showed me another one, but it just didn't feel right. Then he took me inside and showed me this one, and it was perfect. So Matt bagged the plant up, and before we head home to finish the plant stand, we're gonna grab some dinner, and we thought it'd be fun to rate the food.
2010!
It's a gosh dang Brussels sprout. It literally tastes like lettuce. That's it.
7.2. While we were doing this, someone came up to us and asked if we were food critics.
Oh my god. First I was gonna be a complainer, but I mean, look at that portion. 10.
8.1. Then we headed back to my apartment.
Channel 6 News here. We got a plant.
Then they wanted to see the
Are they
stairs.
standable yet? So I'm pretending I'm Jacob going to my bed. Wow.
Oh my gosh! This is amazing!
So then you're going to have a pillar here. Is this where the plant's going? Where's the magical plant that we just went on and got?
So the plant's gonna go right here.
Very nice. And you can even put some recessed lighting. Yeah. Just hire me for your lighting.
Then they left and I finished the rest of the plant stand. And it's super late. And so 3 years ago, I used to have a booth at this flea market and I would sell the things that I would make. And my neighbors that were right next to me, they had this cool like clothing store. And one week they had this jacket. And the entire day I was like, oh, I hope someone doesn't buy that. They told me it was like a French like workman's jacket. So before we start building today, I'm gonna go try a new coffee shop that I've been waiting to go to so I could go with you. And then while I'm there, I'm gonna redesign stair number 3 since there have been so many comments saying I should add a drawer to the stairs. So then I designed the drawer for the stair, but before I start building it, I need to finish up adding the box to the plant stand that we made yesterday. Let's build the plant box. Check this out. We got this little groove right here. Then I put the box together, but then I realized, and I'm missing the piece that goes like flat here. So then I headed to the store and grabbed the piece of wood and then came home and went to add it, but it was too big. This much too big. I turned it down. We did it. And I drew out a circle on the top piece where the plant is going to fit inside. And then, so I'm gonna finish gluing this. And then while this is drying, I'm gonna make some dinner. Let's get this done. Woo! Then I started boiling some potatoes for this recipe that I've been wanting to try. And then while my potatoes and chicken were cooking, I finished up the frame for the stair and then cut out the bendy part. And then it was time to try the potatoes and chicken that I made for dinner. Wow. I would give those like a 9 out of 10. Then after dinner, I finished building the rest of the drawer for the stair, and then I added the final stair for the loft along with the plant box. So since this is the grand finale, my mom and dad and my brother and sister are all gonna come over tonight, and I'm gonna surprise them with the final result. Before I start building today, I'm headed to grab coffee, and today I'm building the part of the loft that holds the actual bed. So I completely guess on if this is gonna hold my weight, so we're gonna find out tonight. Then after coffee, I started heading to IKEA because a few days ago I got a DM saying I should change my design up and add bed slats so that it's more comfortable, and I thought that was a great idea. Then I headed home, and before I start building the bed, I need to add the finishing touches to all the pieces we have made so far, but that ended up taking me way longer than I expected, so I had to tell my family to come over today at 8 p.m. instead. Day 2. So now it's time to finally start making the bed, and then we're gonna put it together and we're gonna see if it works. So then I cut everything out and put the bed slats I got yesterday, and then my brother Luke got here a little bit early and helped me set up the whole loft. Now it was time to see if it worked. I really hope this doesn't break. So far, I haven't fallen through yet. And then I added the final piece and showed my mom the loft. And then my dad. And then Ruby.
Oh my gosh, this is sick.
And then they all wanted to try it out.
Do you like it, Luke?
I love it.
It's amazing. Sorry, Jacob, you don't get to sleep here. Only
I can't believe we actually made it and it actually works. And if you have an idea for something, go for it because you never know how it might turn out.